Court is now in session.
Oh, double gavel. I like it.
Show us the gavel today, Will.
Yeah, give us what you got.
Will's gavel has arrived.
Yeah.
Look at this.
What are you hitting it on?
I'm hitting it on a chopping board.
Oh, that explains why it sounds so crap. I was like, it sounds so plastic.
Well, it's a plastic gavel, let's be honest.
Where'd you
Onto
get
a
it from,
chopping
Will?
board.
Where did I get it from?
Yeah.
My wonderful girlfriend needed it for a uni assignment and had it lying around, so she gave it to me.
That's so generous of her.
It is. I have
What
a
I've
wig-
just
I have a
what I've
wig as
decided
well.
gavels look like, especially yours, Will, is the things that look like this, but they got a point on it, and then you try and get the ball on either side, like
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
old
That
toy. You
game.
try and get the ball to land on the point or on the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Show us yours again, Will, because that's exactly what that one looks like.
Is it actually a gavel or is it the toy?
Who knows?
Hey, can
we
you
got
put
a
the
great
wig on?
episode. Great episode today.
Yeah,
I
we got a
can
good
put
one.
the wig on.
Yeah, can you put the wig on though, Will?
Yeah.
Go.
I'm-
I want
I'll be
wig,
back.
Will to have the wig while we do our episode.
Yeah,
I think
come
that'll
on.
be hilarious.
All right.
Because
Go.
we need a judgment and a ruling in a minute. So you got to get ready for the ruling.
Go now.
Gotcha.
Go, Will. Go,
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 go.
go. Give us some waiting music.
So,
Jimmy.
sorry,
I had
what-
no idea there was a wig today. I'm so excited.
What I was about to say is I think we should have our normal discussion and then we just throw to Will at the end as we normally do when he gets back. And then
Okay.
he can just make an adjudication without any knowledge.
All right, go, Brad. Kill it. I meant with the segment, but the music's great
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
Brad. Yeah, go.
Well, as we know, I have a penchant, is that if that's how you say it, for getting scammed. Caviar.
Oh,
Caviar.
uh,
Oh,
Caviar.
A penchant.
Penchant.
Penchant. Say like French penchant
Yeah.
for getting scammed. Oh yes. Will's come back with his wig on, and it is phenomenal.
Just
show us, Will.
Show you the.
Give a close up
Show you
for
in
those
all its
watching.
I think we
glory.
need to speak of you that.
Oh, wow.
You just need
That's-
to talk, Will.
Incredible.
It's all right. We'll get some moments of Will.
Oh my god.
Nice and
It's
close.
so white, Will.
It is, isn't it?
Hold up your gavel, mate. You look a bit like... Oh, that's a thumbnail. Now say something regal.
Order of the court.
Love it.
Awesome.
Keep going, Brad. Well, I'm glad you're here because I think I might have got scammed again by McDonald's real bad story. Now, Ben, you're at a disadvantage here because you don't really eat Maccas, right?
Oh, yeah, I have it from time to time, but yeah, not heaps.
Okay. Jimmy, I'm kind of relying on you because you know your Maccas pretty well, like me.
Yep.
I
I'm a savant.
haven't. Yeah. You're on that dog club. I haven't really gone to Macca's in ages since we've kind of gone into lockdown. I was like, I'm going out. I've got to go do some deliveries, drop some care packages off. I'm going to get some hash browns and some cheeseburgers and a coffee in the morning because it was like 9:30. I hadn't had brekkie, but I was kind of on my way out of the house. So I bought 2 hash browns, 2 cheeseburgers, and a coffee, a medium-sized coffee. How much do you think it cost me?
No, $12.50.
$12.50. That's a good guess. I'm gonna go $4.50 for a medium-sized coffee. $5 for a medium-sized coffee. $3.50 per cheeseburger, which takes you to
$12.
$12, and then $2 for both hash browns. Yep. So I would have been expecting to pay somewhere between $12 and $14. Will, have you got any guesses?
I remember getting hash browns at one point, and they're unbelievably expensive for single hash browns. It's like $2 or $3 for one hash brown.
Yeah.
What happened to the
$1 hash brown?
Nah, that's gone. I think a hash brown's like $3.
So I was going to say it's $2.10 or something.
In my head, I thought the coffee would be easily the most expensive thing, right? So I was going to get cheeseburgers. Used to be on the cheap menu too. Like you get El Cheapo cheeseburgers and you get El Cheapo hash browns. So I was thinking like maybe $1 a hash brown. 2 hash browns, 2 cheeseburgers, and a coffee cost me $17.50.
Wow. You should have got that on Uber Eats.
I should have got a meal. Yeah, so I rocked up to the window and said, "Can I have my receipt, please?" and checked it out. I was livid. I almost cancelled my order because there's no way 2 hash browns, 2 cheeseburgers, and a coffee should cost $17.50.
Yeah.
Mate, you should have used the 20%
Off voucher.
From ING. Should have done. My bad.
From my
No,
Macca's.
No, from their Macca's
My
app.
Macca's, right. Should get that out. I was outraged. I felt like I got ripped off and scammed again. I'm sick
Yeah,
of it.
that's
Yeah.
rough.
That
I don't know
is-
when the hash browns went to 210, but that's not worth a hash brown.
So ruling around the court, did I get scammed?
No,
Absolutely.
I think you got complacent with your restaurant. I think you
Yeah,
lost touch.
I don't think he got scammed. I think the restaurant was fine. I think you were in the wrong this time, bro.
Yeah, you just lost touch with what was happening in Macca's world, man.
It's true.
You need to go more regularly. Apparently, that's what needs to happen.
Well, they've lost my business for a while. So
So you'll be even more out of touch next
Whoa,
time.
Okay, next time you'll be like, it was $23 for a meal, a whole family box. How dare they?
yeah, all right. Well, I'm happy to wear that. I didn't get scammed, but I've just totally lost touch with how much Macca's costs. Ugh.
Yeah. Did you get some milk and some, bread while you were there too?
I could have, but they're astronomical prices from
Yeah.
Macca's.
They're ridiculous.
Do you prefer their hash browns over their chips?
Oh, yes.
Chips every day.
Yep. Will?
No, I reckon I'd go hash brown.
Yeah.
Of
There's something
course.
about Macca's. People often disagree. I think McDonald's chips are the best chips going around. I think it might just be because they're my choice in fast food chips going around. I think they're better than KFC. KFC is too soggy. The new Hungry
Their
Jack's one
consistency's
always
the
tastes.
key.
Hungry Jack's always tastes burnt.
Nah,
Like it's
they
like
are-
overcooked every time. It's not pillowy on the inside. Ugh. They're my least favorite Hungry Jacks.
I tell you what, Macca's for me is kind of near the bottom. Then Hungry Jack's. KFC, depending on which KFC you go to and what time of day. But the top of the roost is Red Rooster. I reckon they have consistently the best chips.
Yeah. Great use of the word roost there as well. I
Thank
liked
you.
that.
Appreciate that.
That was very clever.
Oh, actually, no, I lie. Above Red Rooster is Schnitz. Have you ever had
Oh, nah. You got to have Nando's in there somewhere then. If you're going to have those guys in there.
What
too.
about just your classic kebab store? They always have fantastic chips.
As long as those chips are in the kebab, then yes.
I was going to say, or under all the meat
Chip
and
bab.
some sauces
Yeah,
in a
come on.
good old HSP. They are.
Oh.
No. But on your chips, do you guys, if you were to buy like a thing of chips, just chips, hot potato chips, would you have salt or would you have chicken salt on them?
Chicken salt every day of the week.
Yep.
Chicken salt.
Everyone would say chicken salt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I've.
Yep.
This is something that's been grinding my gears a little bit recently. Is that every time I have this discussion, everyone is telling me that chicken salt is 100% better, and I have a couple of reasons that I don't think it's better. I'm going to put this out right at the beginning and say that I think chicken salt and normal salt on chips are equal. It's an equal playing field. I like both. I could go either way. You can't have chicken salt and vinegar, but like salt and vinegar is phenomenal on chips. But this is where it comes unstuck. People always talk about how good chicken salt is, but what else do you put chicken salt on? Nothing. You're not going to put chicken salt in a cake, right? Therefore, normal salt is better than chicken salt because it can be used in a variety of functions. What are your thoughts?
For its versatility, sure. But in terms of what tastes better, I want chicken salt on my chips. That's a better taste than most normal things.
Okay, so here's where the challenge gets really tricky. What is better? Chicken salt or normal salt?
Yeah.
You've stumped me.
Yeah. Big
You
question.
mean it depends on the context, obviously.
No, it
If
doesn't.
you're talking just the straight hot, if you're talking straight hot chips, I'm getting chicken salt every single day of the week.
In the context of life, Ben.
In the context of life.
Big picture is
Big picture.
just salt or chicken salt for everything. That's the question, right?
Yeah, that's essentially it. Well, just in general, as a whole general rule, would you rule that chicken salt is better than plain salt?
I see where you're coming from, and I would change my tune and say, no, it's not better all the time or in general.
I would say salt is superior because it's more agile. It's just got more functionality than chicken salt.
Agile.
Yeah. It can just be like, oh, I'm going to change to be in a cake. Oh, I'm going to change to be on chips. I'm going to change to be in all these different things.
I'm going to make it
be
sweet.
on chocolate,
I'm going to make it sour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Salt is great in that it brings out the flavor. So like if you want to taste the flavor of your meat or whatever, normal salt is the way to go. Whereas chicken salt like has a flavor to it. So when you put it on, you taste the chicken salt. Whereas if you use normal salt, you're actually getting a better taste of what you're eating. So that's why salt is superior. But the flavor of chicken salt on hot chips is much better than normal salt. So on the hot chips, I'm taking chicken salt.
Will you smash
Does that make it? Does that also make it much less healthier? And like it's more unhealthy?
What, chicken salt?
Yeah.
I'd say so because they've got to do something to flavor it. Whereas salt is naturally occurring, I'm pretty sure. If you buy the good stuff.
I've got 2 side questions. One, do you put salt in a cake?
Yeah. When you bake stuff, you put salt in it all the time. Maybe not in every cake, but you put stuff when you're baking. Like salt goes in bread.
Yeah. I never seen salt in a cake. But second sidebar, they call it chicken salt, right? But it doesn't taste like chicken.
Correct.
What does it taste like?
Doesn't
MSG?
everything taste like chicken?
MSG.
Yeah.
Look, I have no problem with it being called chicken salt. It just doesn't taste like chicken.
No.
I agree.
The only way to describe it is that it tastes like chicken salt. That's the only flavor that it's similar to.
Maybe if someone out there
It's its
knows
own
why
filament.
it's chicken salt, they should let us know.
Very true.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. If anyone's got anything.
But all I would like to do in concluding this little conversation is just make it clear to people that chicken salt isn't better than normal salt. It might taste better on chips, and you're entitled to that opinion, but you can't go out and make statements that chicken salt is better than normal salt because it just clearly isn't.
Yep. I've been schooled today, Jimmy. Thank you for helping me learn.
Well done.
My pleasure.
Whoever was having this argument with James, you've just lost.
There was no individual person. It's just an argument I've started with people.
It feels like there's a very targeted person that you really want to know that chicken salt is not as good as normal salt.
I've got to be honest, there's not a single person. It just comes up a lot. And it's been coming up a lot more recently. And so thank you for letting me air my grievances with the world.
That's fine.
That's what we're here to do.
With all the jokes.
With all the jokes. If you've got a rebuttal, let me know because these boys, we're all in agreement today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unanimous
nice.
in the court.
Great.
It's nice.
Let's
when
move
it's
on.
That way. Yeah.
Well, I've got something that's been sitting in my bonnet that I'm pretty angry about. So if you'll indulge me, I'd like to but have a second crack at a Roo rant.
Well, we got to have the theme music. I really get excited when someone's about to rant and they say that something's been stirred up in their bonnet.
Yeah.
That makes me really
My
excited.
bonnet.
Yeah. All right, James, you're telling us to shush.
Hold up, before we go, the bonnet, like a bonnet of a car or a bonnet hat? Like an Easter bonnet parade?
Bonnet hat.
I think it's the bonnet hat.
Fair enough. All right, here's the theme song.
Yeah, you got that Roo rant, Kangaroo rant, yeah. The Roo rant.
Well,
Just a certified banger.
I've got to tell you, I am sick to death of the royals. I'm sick of the Queen. I'm sick of Prince Meghan and Harry.
They're not royals anymore, Brad.
And Will?
I like this Will. This Will's fine. But the royal rubbish. I'm sick to death of hearing everything about what they're doing now, what they're wearing, what their kids are doing. I don't give a rip what they're doing. And we only care about what they're doing is because we are still in the flipping monarchy. So my Roo rant today is I want to get out of the monarchy. I'm sick of Queen. I want our own head of state here in Australia, and we should become a republic. Nay, we should become a Roo-public. That's what
Whoa. You said the word nay.
Yeah.
Verily, I did.
You're a fancy man, Brad. You're a fancy
I'm
man.
just so sick to death of hearing about the royals and how much they mean to us. They live so far away using so much old world money. They don't mean anything to us anymore.
Who's
Brad,
telling you they mean stuff to us?
I was going to say,
You look anywhere on the media, people are watching them on their social media accounts. People in my household love the royals. Bit overhearing about the royals. Sorry, Matt.
Brad, I just stop buying New Idea and you stop seeing it. You'll be fine.
Women's Weekly.
Yeah, just stay away from the tabloids. You'll be right.
Stop watching Sunrise. Every second article's about, what's Prince Harry doing now? I just don't care. I don't care about them at all. And I'm sick that they have so much power over us as a country, whether it's in name or actual power. I think we need an Australian head of state and we need a republic.
Wow.
We need to change our flag, change our currency.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Change the
our
flag.
national anthem.
Holy, wow. We
We
got
rewrite our
formed.
constitution so we recognise Indigenous Australians. A whole
Oh
bunch
my-
of great
oh
stuff
my
comes
gosh.
from becoming a
Oi.
republic.
Holy moly. We're about to
This
unpack
took a
whole lot of
political
politics.
turn.
I would
Yeah.
like to extrapolate a couple of things.
All right, fine.
New Zealand aren't a part of the monarchy. Hey,
Sure they are.
are you sure? I
I'm
thought
pretty
they
sure.
got their own independence.
Good question. Do we want to fact check that or not?
It's probably worth fact checking if we're going to talk as seriously as we are about politics.
Yeah.
Huh.
I feel like James's whole point is going to rest on whether New Zealand is.
No, I was just asking if you were jealous of New Zealand.
Ah.
Oh, I do like New Zealand, but yeah, I don't care. Look, there's one downside I can see, and I will concede this, right? I love watching the Olympics and I love watching the Commonwealth Games. We would no longer be allowed to be in the Commonwealth Games, which we rule at, by the way.
Not necessarily true because South Africa goes to the Commonwealth Games and they're a republic.
Boom. Thank you, Will. There
Wow.
is zero reason we shouldn't become a republic now, in my mind.
When was that big vote thing that happened? Was it what was it? You know, they had
referendum.
the referendum.
I think it
When was that? That was like
90 something.
Yeah, I was still like a kid. So it'd be interesting to see if they did it again, if it changed.
Yeah, I'd vote yes, and I would be on the corner of every corner shouting, "We should become a republic."
Oh, you'd be one of those guys with signs and like you're
Well,
spinning
no.
them and like, vote Republic.
In theory,
Fact check.
No.
New Zealand is still a part of the monarchy, but their prime minister has said that she expects them to leave the monarchy.
Good on you, New Zealand. Lead the way.
Thank you, Jacinda Ardern.
Yep.
So did she say what her plan was going to be? Are they going to change the flag, the dollar,
She just
all
said
of those things?
in her lifetime they're going to leave the monarchy.
Oh,
it's her life.
Sometime in the next 60 years, maybe.
She's pretty young too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot of time to go.
But I see no reason why we should be subject to the Queen anymore. And particularly when Prince Charles becomes the king. Out. See you, mate.
Wow.
That's how strongly I feel about it.
I'm going to be honest, Brad. You're the most passionate person about the Royals I've ever met.
You know what's sick though is that you can write in and get a picture of the Queen sent to you for free.
Why would I want that?
Because it's free, Brad.
Yeah.
I would rather get a free picture of our own head of state rather than some windbag old lady who lives in a castle.
Why don't you just get a picture of Jesus and put that up on the wall? Isn't he the head of your heart? So like,
I already do.
just over there. We just
No, I don't actually have one.
Ah.
Wouldn't that
I
be
was
cool?
gonna be like, turn the camera around, Brad. I want to see it. Yeah. No, I totally get your points. All totally valid.
I also, if we get a head of state, can we call him not a head of state? Because that feels misleading. Can it be can it be the head of states?
I suppose so.
Good clarification there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Am I missing anything? Are there any good reasons to stay in the monarchy?
Oh, they're good guys.
Are they though?
If I'm honest, it's just going to be a bit disappointing not hearing what the Queen's up to every second
Yeah.
day. Like, I'm
And
going
we
to miss
only
that.
just became a part of Eurovision. I'm sure that would
That's
go.
true. That's true. That would be a big loss.
The question is,
Yep.
would we actually stop hearing about the royals if we were no longer part of the monarchy? Or
No.
are there enough people out there that would still be interested that they're still going to be in all of our tabloid magazines?
And see, this is the point, Will. People can have the interest in the royals as much as they like. I just don't want them being my head of state. If you
But if
like
we
Prince
join-
Harry, go for it. If you want to know what Meghan Markle's wearing today, go for it. I don't want to know that, but I don't want to know it because they're part of my head of state.
I think they're still going to know it because of who you live with. But what if we joined another monarch?
Oh, what country should we join? What other monarchs are there?
I got no idea.
The Prince of Monaco. That sounds like fun.
What's the country from? We're just rabbiting on. I can't even remember the movie, so don't worry.
Well, I'm happy
Princess
to,
Diaries.
There we go.
I'm happy to close my Roo rant. I am fed up of being subject to the Royals.
Yeah, fair. You made a good case. I just want to hear a few Joeys who are pro-monarchy fire back. That's what I'd love to hear.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of Joeys who are pro-monarch, and I'm sorry that we haven't represented you well, Joeys, but you're going to have to represent yourself.
Yeah.
It seems like
don't know enough.
Brad is doing a will and being blinded by ignorance. Oh, what was it? What was the thing? Blinded by inconvenience.
Inconvenience, that's right.
Right. Tapping out, moving on.
Yeah. Hey, so one of the things that we've done in the past is doing like some video games with some of our Joeys, you know, being able to jump on the networks, play some Rocket League, play some NBA. Well, I'm going to throw it to Will, who's going to kind of explain a little bit of what the vision is and what's going to happen. So, Will, tell us a little bit about
that was an expensive controller there, Brad. Just while
it was. It looked very
That's
nice.
not the standard one.
No, it's not. It's a little treat to myself.
Oh, nice.
Don't you have a PC?
It works for your PC.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fancy.
Thank you, Microsoft.
Thank you, Microsoft. Not sponsored, but could be.
Maybe that'll be your recommend, Brad.
Ooh.
Can you speak up, Will? I just think your microphone's a bit quiet.
Is it? It's because of the wonderful wig.
Have you said anything this episode yet? Am I
What's
just
that?
noticing this? That you're quiet.
How quiet? Is that better? This is awesome to be recording, isn't it?
Oh, that's better.
Great content.
Guests or Joeys, you're so welcome. Yes. So what we were thinking of doing is we want to start a segment called the Boxing Kangaroos, which is an opportunity for people out there to compete against the four of us in video games. So we were thinking Rocket League works really well because you can have 4 players and there's that. Or NBA or whatever sort of games you can find that where the 4 of us can verse you. We'd love to jump on and verse you guys in a game. And it would be something we might look at filming to put up on the YouTube channel. So if you're interested in that, let us know.
Yep. Sounds like fun.
Great.
Yeah,
We
we'd
should
be
warn you.
excited.
We are very good at Rocket League. We've been practicing for months and months together as a team. We'll be unbeatable.
I'm really good at drifting.
Yeah. I'm not going to contribute much. I think Brad and Will are going to be the strongest competitors. But if we can just smash the other people's cars, James, maybe that'll be our strategy.
You know what I think we'd be good at is just trolling.
Yeah, that's very.
But it takes me a long time to type anything on Rocket League, so it'll be a really slow troll.
What you need is the rage board.
What's the rage board?
So on my Xbox, we've got a keyboard plugged into it. So when you need to have a rage at your opponent, you bring out the rage board.
Oh, that's funny. I like that.
I can't afford that, Will, because I spent my money buying a microphone for the podcast.
I didn't pay for it. One of my housemates is a tech guy, and he brought an old one home, and we
Classic
just
Will.
plugged it in. So
Sorry, Will, I'm
Classic.
just stirring. But yeah, Joey's, send us your deets. I don't know how online gaming works, so maybe someone else can do this last little
Yeah.
closing bit.
I think that's Will's department.
Will.
just message us which game you'd like to play. We'll let you know if we've got it. Ideally, if not, we'd love to get some free ones. I know Fortnite's free for everyone to download, so we'll be able to do a game of Fortnite with you all.
And
We can do
Apex
Fortnite
Legends.
squads.
Yeah, we could do
Oh!
a custom game of Fortnite or Apex because those games are free. So, yeah, but let us know if you're interested and shoot a message to the Facebook page.
Cool.
Nailed
Okay.
it, Will.
I'll get there eventually.
Hey, are we also going to do like live Joeys on our chats? Is that something that we're doing?
Oh,
going
yeah.
forward?
Forgot about that.
We should probably mention that too. If you're a Joey and you've got an issue, we want to have the opportunity to interview one of you live. So it's kind of like you come into the podcast, you present your argument rather than just a voice message, because we've noticed that a lot of the times we have to make a lot of assumptions and we don't know if we actually answer the question, give you a good adjudication. And so we want to make sure that we're doing that. And so if you have an actual issue, let us know. Send us through a voice message and then we might reach out to you and say, hey, would you be up for discussing this live in the court? So get ready for that. If you've got some good things that you want to discuss, maybe some rants you want to make. And look, the positive if you got a rant is it's never going to be as bad as Will's. So like, just go for it.
And if it is, no one will know because we won't air it, just like Will's.
Exactly. It'll get deleted. There's no risk. There's no risk.
Speaking of Risk, which is an awesome game,
Yes.
I've got another awesome game for us today to play. And it is called theme song, please, Ben.
Oh, theme song. Flip, what do we call it again?
Roodefined.
Oh, that's right. Roodefined. I don't even know how to do a theme song for this, but what's that song where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking. I don't have a song. Someone give me a song.
This is a peek into the creative process, guys. This is how we work behind the scenes.
Part of the problem is I don't have a single instrument either, so I feel like I've just got to a cappella it, and I'm like, I don't even know what a song is.
I think Will should beatbox. I think Will should beatbox,
No,
and then you can do a quick. Then you can do a quick freestyle over the top.
Yes, I'll do that.
No, not happening.
Come on, Will.
Oh, Will.
No,
Fine, someone
I
give me a
sung
song.
last week. That's enough.
Well, give me a song that I've got to like quickly repurpose into this Roodefined segment.
Nah, can't do it.
God's copyright. What if Brad does the kick drum and I do the snare drum, and then Ben raps over the top?
All right, I'll try and rap over the top. Go. That's not working. Anyway, this is the segment called Roodefined, where we take words and redefine them because we have a better take on what they mean than the original dictionaries. Great.
Yeah.
I would have rapped something like that, but we couldn't get a good beat going.
Roodefined.
Roodefined.
There we go.
Awesome. So, Roodefined is essentially a quiz show. I'd love for our Joeys to send through some words for us to Roodefine. But at the moment, I'm going to pair the rest of the boys against each other. I'm going to speak out some words from the dictionary that are obscure that I've never heard. Each of the other boys, or the other, what do we call? Each of the other Roo boys will give their best definition for what they think it means or what it could mean.
Yeah,
and whoever's closest will get a 1 point. Brad's going to keep tally for us today. But
what I'm really excited to see, James, is how you're going to determine who's closest.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Just think of your own definitions. Word number 1 is snickersnee.
Snickersnee.
Can I get the
Snickersnee.
root? Can I get the root of that, please?
Are you hungry? What's the Snickers slogan?
Yeah, that's right.
You're not you.
I
reckon-
when you're hungry.
I reckon a snickersnee is in the UK when it's really wet and oily on the roads just after the last winter thaw. It's what happens when you hit the slick. You have a bit of a snickersnee as you kind
Yeah,
of
it's good, Brad.
almost go off the road, but not quite.
Yeah, that's good. Will?
My guess is going to be that it's like, it's what you would call the cut that you got if you snicked your knee.
Okay. Snickersnee. That's good, Will. That's great. Ben, what's your definition?
I was going to say it's the moment when you go to laugh, but you sneeze instead, and instead of snickering, you're sneezing. So it's a snicker-snee.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is good. There's actually one clear winner, actually.
Oh, okay.
And we'll see, actually, I'll tell you what the definition is, and you tell me who you think is the clear winner.
Okay,
A
sure.
snickersnee is a long, dangerous knife that is first referenced in the cut and thrust fighting style of the 1700s.
Wow.
I think
Will.
It's
As
definitely
dumb as,
Will.
As dumb as Will's one actually was. The closest.
1 point to Will. All right, guys. Your second word is widdershins. Widdershins.
with the shins.
No cheating, but it's Widdershins. Widdershins.
Shins. I reckon it's an ancient Nordic wind chime made out of wolf bones.
Yeah, that's good. That's a great guess. That's a great guess. Will?
Oh, I've got an answer. It's that you've pronounced it wrong. It's actually wider shins, and it's a step above cankles.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Ben?
I was going to say that it's actually something that used to go around windows in the 18th century to help, create it like noise reducing. It was just this little bit of wood that would go around the outside of the window. It's called the widdershin, and it would just reduce the wind flow and block out some of the outside noise.
Oh, it's cold in here. If you put the widdershins up.
Exactly.
Yeah, great. What was yours again? Sorry, Brad. A Nordic what?
Wind chime.
Nordic wind chime. Okay, I'm going to give it to Ben this time because he said the word around, and a widdershin is when something is moving the wrong way or it's moving the opposite way to it should. So counterclockwise.
Cool.
It's a much more fun way to say counterclockwise, essentially. All right. Here's another easier one. You ready for an easier one? Third word is collywobbles.
Collywobbles.
I might reverse the order this time so people have a better time to think. Ben, what do you think a collywobble or collywobbles is?
Well, the weird thing is there is a legitimate meaning of what that means in the AFL. The collywobbles is definition of the fact that Collingwood can't win an AFL final to save themselves. And so they're the collywobbles because whenever they play in the finals, they somehow choke and lose. So it's actually really hard for me to come up with another definition.
What if I gave you the Latin phrase that it is derived from? Cholera morbus.
Okay.
I'm guessing that to be collywobbled is to have died from being cobbled.
Right. Yep. Will?
Collywobbles. I'm going to stick with my theme of brilliant answers. And it's eating fermented cauliflower that makes you drunk, and you've got collywobbles.
That's brilliant, Will.
That's so good. Brad?
I reckon it's when you are so sick from a disease or some sort of illness that you get like the woozy dizziness. You got the collywobbles.
Yep, you're right. I'm going to say you're the closest, Brad.
Booyah.
Collywobbles refers to a weird feeling in your stomach or an overall bellyache. And it's derived from cholera morbus, which is the disease we know as cholera. So it's got a really dark history, but now it's used for like stomach pain.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to find another word.
1 point apiece.
Oh, man.
And 2 more to go.
Is this the decider then?
No. 2 more to go.
I usually was finding them while listening to you guys talk. All right, here's one. You might know this one because it's got some Disney references. The word is called bumbershoot.
Bumbershoot.
Yep.
Bumbershoot. I reckon it is a type of dance that Dumbo did in the movie Dumbo.
Great. Ben?
I think it's the moment when an animated or like an inanimate object becomes animate. And so, like Pinocchio, or what's that guy from Frozen who's the snowman and then becomes animate?
Good old Olaf.
Yeah, that
snowman.
one. Yeah, it's that moment.
Okay.
Ooh. There's some good answers. I'll say it's the process of taking something from like the storyboard to the animation.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
You've gone outside of bumbershoot. What was yours again, Brad?
Dumbo's dance in the animated movie Dumbo.
Yep. And Ben, what was yours?
Mine was that moment when an inanimate object becomes like alive. So
yeah, you guys are all so far from what it is.
Cool.
I'm going to give it to Ben because he's talking about an inanimate object, and a bumbershoot is an umbrella.
You really threw us when you talked about the whole like Disney movie thing.
Yep. So it's an umbrella that Disney has called an umbrella a bumbershoot in multiple Disney films.
There you go.
And they say it's fun to say in a funny voice, when you grab your umbrella, I think I need my bumper shoot today. All right, this is the last one. If Ben gets it, it's a landslide. But actually, the other two can tie it up, so we didn't play this very well.
It'll actually
why
be just
we
there's
should've
one
just-
loser.
I like that better.
I agree.
All
I
right,
just love that I can't lose now. Yes.
here's a word that some of you might actually know as well. Pandiculation.
Pandiculation.
Oh, that's when you get hung upside down and spun around.
Okay, great.
I can go for gold. I can't lose, so I'm fine.
Yeah. Boys,
I reckon it's another word for being seasick.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
I can see that. Oh, I've just got a bit of pendiculation.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pandiculation.
Pandiculation. I'm going to go with it's that moment of absolute fuzziness when you've just copped a frying pan to the face.
Shivers.
Because of pan.
Yep.
Okay. Actually, Ben, I'm gonna bring you in to help me adjudicate this one.
All right, sure.
Because it's actually really, you're both not even close, but you're equally far away. No,
Yeah.
but you're equally close. I was going to give it to Brad, but the fact that Will talked about fuzziness in the head makes me feel like he's also on the right path. But pandiculation, this is what happens when you wake up in the morning and stretch. As you stretch, your muscles might go rigid for a short time. So, you know when you stretch and you kind of tense up for a second?
Yeah.
In the morning? That's pandiculation.
Awesome.
I still think I want to give it to Brad because
Yeah.
he's talking about sickness inside of your body.
Yeah. And I feel like Will's was just like the pan part was the key element for him getting the pandiculation, and it's the least relevant.
All right.
I'll take
Well
that.
done, not Will.
That's all right. I'm still living in my glory of the steak challenge, so I didn't need to win here.
Yeah, you had
Yeah,
a good
cool.
winning episode last
Yeah, you
week.
did. You did have a good winning episode. I did get a message from one of our Joeys. I don't know if she would call herself a Joey, but she listens enough to know what we're up to, but would hate to admit that she's a Joey. But she said we should do more eating challenges, but it would be like me versus James at eating, or me, James, and Brad at eating chicken nuggets. I think Will kind of got removed from the equation because everyone now realizes Will's a super athlete and we kind of are probably a bit more even competition.
I don't feel like I'm an even competition at all.
I reckon we could go nug for nug.
Yeah. So like a speed eating like 24 nugs or 40 nugs or something like that.
That sounds like
Anyway.
fun.
It was just up for discussion.
Are we allowed to name the Joey?
Well, they're a Joey that would kind of get a kick out of their name being on the podcast, and we've tried to avoid their name being on it, if you know what I mean. So there's been a few times we've talked about this
Did
Joey.
Will let the name slip a couple episodes ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And we had to mute it out. You'll just hear a beep over the top when Will does it.
Did
But
we
yes.
actually do that?
Nah, I should though. That'd
Yeah.
be awesome, actually. I'm definitely going to go back and find it now and just add a little bleep over it.
Well, I'm up for a nug challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I reckon that'd fun.
I'd be up for it.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's organize another time to go do a nug challenge.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Also, we should probably give an update on what Brad's hobby's going to be for the next season because he's looking for a new hobby. We put it to the Joeys. We
did.
got some votes. We got some suggestions. I really liked stone skipping. I thought that would have been a really
Yes.
great hobby for you to take up.
Yep.
Or sign language. That would have been cool.
Sign language would have been really cool, actually. I've always toyed with learning that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Brad, do you want to let us know what the final result is and what the next season is going to look like for you and your hobbies?
It won by 2 votes over meat smoking, which is the second most popular one, which is what I was hoping to win. But knitting did indeed win. So watch out for some Brad's knits near you. They can be coming to a store near you online somewhere.
I
so
voted for meat smoking. Who voted for knits?
I voted for knits.
I voted for knitting.
So if you guys had voted the other way, Brad's knits would have been down by 2.
No, it would have been.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it would have. Whoa.
And I
Nah.
could have cooked you guys some delicious smoked meat, but
You've
no.
already. No, see, Will and I have already had some of your delicious cooked meat, so we just wanted some nicely knitted beanies.
Yes. Or a new wig.
I've got to go.
Knit us some wigs. For the court.
I'll knit you a beanie for your wig, Will.
I've actually, that's great. I'm so proud of you, Brad.
Thanks.
For being able to knit. I've actually been toying up a hobby for myself.
Oh, okay.
And I would be interested to gauge the Roo Boys' interaction with the hobby. I've never done this before, but I'm interested in taking up mountain bike riding.
Oh, yes,
Because
you
it
definitely
seems
should.
extreme, but also, like, I could get hurt, but bike riding's fun.
No, you should definitely do it.
But it's not the sort of thing I want to do alone.
Oh.
I'd go with you. I think that'd be fun as. Yeah, I would.
All right.
I'd stand on the side of the path and watch you guys fly past.
Can you film us?
I could be the film guy.
Quality content.
Oh.
Will?
Yeah, I could be down for a bike ride.
I mean, I'd definitely be down for a bike ride. I just
I
don't
don't
have any
own a bike, so
suspension
I'm
on
going to
my
have
bike.
to buy a mountain bike.
Also don't own a bike.
Oh, sweet.
But I was looking up if bikes on Australia online, bicyclesonline.au want to sponsor the podcast. I'd learn how to say the URL properly.
Give him a shout out every episode.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just we can insert a little clip of James bike riding just in every single YouTube video. Just to cut to him and be like, this
And
is
Brad.
the URL. Yeah, and Brad. Yeah, we could alternate even.
Fun times.
No, it sounds great.
We'll
I'm
keep
for it.
people updated.
I'm down for that. That sounds great.
I'm deadly serious, so you guys should let me know if you're actually serious.
In the meantime,
All right.
I'll post some photos of me knitting in the next week or two.
Please
Great.
do.
Once I've found out where I can get knitting needles from.
Spotlight.
Spotlight.
If Spotlight wants to sponsor the podcast, we'll give you a shout out every time we talk about Brad's knitting. So do that.
Want to do recommends?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do indeed.
I might kick us off this week.
Go for it.
My recommend last week was of a filming nature, and I've actually decided this week I'm going to continue along that trend, and I'm going to recommend that people get a flexible tripod because it is beneficial in a multiple of situations. You know, when you're on like the plane and you're watching a movie on your phone or something like that, and you can just never get it, your hand's sick of holding it, and it doesn't sit properly on the table. This little bad boy goes anywhere. You can put it on the table like that, watch a movie. You can put the table up and hang it from the top, watch a movie. You can just rest it on your belly and lie like and recline, watch a movie. Fantastic. Plus, when you're a vlogger like me, extra long selfie reach.
Love
Amazon Prime. Come on, people, get on it.
I wish Amazon would sponsor our podcast.
Yeah.
We've said them enough times now that they probably should. Come on, Jeff, where are you?
Yeah.
Good recommend. I like it.
Great recommend.
Well, I've got a positive / negative recommend all in one. It's find yourself a little snack that you love, like mint sliced biscuits. And if Arnott's wants to sponsor us, go right ahead.
We're all about the sponsors this episode.
Sponsorship in the court.
Yeah, that's the name of this episode.
I bought this sneakily without telling my wife. She said I can go to the shop, and she didn't want to get snacks, but I really wanted a snack, so I bought these. I put them in my upstairs office, and I ate these in 2 sittings. It was real bad.
My favorite part of your recommend is that you asked your wife if you could go to the shops. She said I could go to the shops, and so I did.
I'm not allowed to go to the shops because I spend too much money on junk food.
Gotcha.
We're not allowed to go shopping together because it's bad for our marriage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Merce does all the shopping, but every now and then I've got to go get milk or bread or meat or something, and I usually just sneak a little something in my shopping bag at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I snuck that in, and it was gone by the next day. So
I bought 9 liters of iced coffee once because it was on special.
Whoa.
Oh, I love you, mate. That's awesome.
It all went off the next day.
That's insane.
So good. So get yourself a snack you like, but I don't recommend eating it all so quickly, and I don't recommend keeping it a secret from your wife or significant other.
You don't recommend that?
Nah, I felt bad. I told her because I felt bad about buying something she couldn't share.
We always hide snacks from each other.
You've been married longer. Maybe that's something you get to later down the track.
Fair enough.
What about you, Will?
Well, my recommend is going to be themed around camping because now that restrictions are starting to lift, camping becomes on like an available activity again. And I'm going to recommend getting a swag instead of having tents.
Oh, interesting.
A swag, it's just much easier to bring around. It's does what you need it to do. It's easier to pack up, and it's just all around a better experience. It comes with the foam mattress inside of it. It is perfect.
Is a swag only really effective if you're a single person?
No, you can get double swags.
Okay.
Where do you get changed? Well,
In the swag, there's plenty of room.
where do you keep your food?
You have an esky for that.
But you just leave it out in the open.
Sure.
Where do you keep all your clothes?
In the swag?
But doesn't it take up bed space? Where do you keep your shoes?
Outside
Where do you
the
keep your
swag.
towels? What about the toiletries, Will?
Where's your barbecue?
The barbecue is with the friends that you bring camping with you.
And then
That's the recommend.
Go camping with friends who'll bring everything you need so you can just take a swag. That's the recommend.
And then the end of the trip, pack up your swag, see you suckers, and get out of it.
That's right.
And lose your friends.
Yeah, and lose your friends.
But for sleeping in, swags are the way to go.
Have you slept in a swag for 2 weeks straight before, like on a camping holiday, Will?
For 2 weeks? No, I've done 2 nights though. Who goes camping for 2 weeks?
Camping for 2 weeks is lit.
Nah.
Oh.
But admittedly, I've only taken the swag out once, and that was for 2 nights. And so based on that use versus all the uses of tents I've had, I'm going to recommend a swag.
Is there a specific brand you want to promo for our sponsorship?
No, any swag will do.
I will. Austrail.
Austrail?
From
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Austrail.
The hero of the original Australian swag.
Yeah, if Austrail want to sponsor us, we'll go camping and film it.
Yeah.
Was your swag Austrail, Will?
It was not.
Was it Chinese made?
No, it's an Aussie made one.
Oh, so it's not King's.
No, it's Burke's and Will's.
Ooh.
Oh, that's why you got it. It's got your name in it, mate. You got a share in there or something.
Absolutely.
Now I know why he's recommending it.
Yeah.
That's right. He gets 20% of all sales.
Oh, this is a long episode.
It is. My recommend to wrap it up is seriously just get yourself one really good hoodie and then you can wear it without a shirt during winter.
Yes.
So I'm wearing just a hoodie all day today and it is the best feeling ever. I just love it. You feel so free. It's so nice, but so cuddly all at the same time. So yeah, get yourself a good hoodie and just roll around just in a hoodie. That's the dream.
But would you wear that over your recommend from 2 weeks ago?
Which was what?
The bathrobe?
No, I wouldn't wear it over my bathrobe. So this is like after the shower.
Okay.
Bathrobe for the morning, just easing into the day, have a shower, and then chuck the hoodie on. That's
Fair
the
enough.
key.
Great. Good recommend.
Yeah. Comfort is key. Great.
Awesome.
Boys, I think that's everything,
Good.
isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Big week in the court, that's for sure.
Yeah. Make sure you write in with what you'd like to appear live on the podcast with. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to get you on
In the
as soon as
video
possible.
game and the
In the video
sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us
And
know.
any words that you have that you want us to try and redefine. Anything you want Brad to knit.
Yeah.
Why you for the monarchy. So many things for you guys to tune
So
in
many things
and write in about.
to reach out to us about.
All right.
Well,
Court
that's it.
adjourned.